Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Virgo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your key to the week this week, you have the Judgment card. Big changes ahead for you. Whenever this card shows up, excuse me, it always represents some sort of big shift, some kind of big change, but it's usually like a completion and an assimilation. This is what comes just before the World card. So this is kind of like the grand clearing of the decks. And if there is anything that needs to be assimilated or sort of processed now as the last thing, the Judgment card tends to kind of bring that to light. And this is one of the reasons it can be that blast from the past energy. I would not be surprised if this week you run into someone or some old situation comes up from the past for you, and it's kind of right here, right? It's like right in your face, and you're like, wow, okay, I need to look at this, I need to deal with it now. There's no getting around the Judgment card. The other thing as well, this could be a powerful week where a visceral call to action to get something done really shows up for you. If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't seen it, the Into the Multiverse video, the midpoint between the magic and the madness, is up and out there. You really need to watch this video because this whole week we are in between eclipses. Have a look at what that might mean for you and what it might be bringing up. For your actions and options, you have the Empress card. So this is, for some people, could literally be a change of image. This could be a time where you look at yourself in the mirror and you just say, you know what? I want all of this different. This could be, so for some of you, this might be that you know, maybe you cut your hair. For some of you, this could be that you color your hair. For some of you, you know, like me, of course, this took hours. But this could be like a moment where you really go in on your physical self, and that's not like in a bad way or in a harmful way. It's just you take a look at yourself and you say, you know what, this image, the way that I look right now, doesn't resonate with who I am anymore. There's like a big shift or change coming to that. This could also be a time where some of you are becoming parents, so this is definitely pregnancy energy. It's possible. And then finally, with that Empress energy, this is you really getting to look at how your local environment or your community could work for you. All right, so for your communications and conversations, you have the Six of Pentacles. This with the Judgment card, especially when it comes to all forms of communication, this is going to be where you are getting, in a lot of ways, this is a really good week for negotiations, especially for those of you that have got things, projects, or even requests that are outstanding. This could be a time where you're wrapping something up and bringing it to a satisfactory end for everybody that is involved in it. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this week, you might find that something that you had actually finished, you know, actually comes up for you and you're like, oh crap, I've got to go back over this, or I've got to do it. Now, what this actually feels like is maybe you get a bad mark in your studies in some way, shape or form, and a professor, a lecturer, a teacher says to you, look, I can give you something to do for extra credit, but it is going to be extra work for you. So this is where you have a chance this week to rectify something, and when it comes up, it might be a point of frustration because you think that you thought you were done with this. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be like, you know, sometimes the boss will come around and say, oh, you know, there's changes happening in the company and, you know, head office want to do this, this and this. And so whatever the changes were, it's like you've been informed about them, but you haven't seen anything actually happen. This week you could see something materialize and it might make you kind of say, okay, this actually isn't that bad. Like, we knew something was coming and actually this turns out to be better than we expected. So, you know, be open to the the change, because it could be a good one as well. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, the Six of Pentacles, this could be something that you're doing on a pro bono basis. This could be some sort of charity effort that you're putting out. It could be where you are giving something to maybe to your local community. And when I say your local community, I mean like literally the people that you live around or next door to, etc. This would be actually a really good time to think about creating some kind of community. And then for your those of you that are retired and no longer working, because it's the Judgment card, I'm almost loath to say to you that this might be an old debt that comes up, maybe, and it might not necessarily be a financial debt. This might be where you'd promised to do something or be there for a specific event for somebody else, and now they come to cash in. So it might be a time debt that you're paying. For your love and relations, you've got the Emperor card. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, look at that. You've got the Empress and the Emperor and the Judgment card. That's conception. That is, it's masculine and feminine energy coming together. Whether you're, hetero or homo couple is irrelevant. It's masculine and feminine polarities of energies that are coming together to create something new this week. So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is actually a time where new commitments are being forged between you and a partner, and maybe, just maybe, your partner is coming up trumps in some way. This could be maybe something advances for them at work, and it more than sort of covers or supports what you're both trying to achieve. For those of you that are single and looking, if you're meeting someone, it's likely to be somebody that you've already interacted with, maybe not necessarily been with before, but certainly somebody that is already in your orbit. This person isn't going to be new to you. And it might even be, for those of you that are single, maybe this is the one that got away. Maybe, you've never been single at the same time before, or the timing was off, or one of you moved away and now they moved back. And that could be a possibility with this combination of cards as well. Somebody that moves back into your locality, and you're like, oh my gosh, wow, they're back. I can't believe it. Interesting. For your money and materials, you've got the King of Wands. So this person may very well be an Aries. It is possible. Now, when it comes to your finances, the King of Wands brings blessings through extra work or extra hard work. We've kind of seen that with the Six of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So there is more money to be made. There is an enhancing energy to do with your finances, but it also comes with, you're going to have to put in the extra effort and hours for it as well. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I love the King of Wands. The whole Royal Court of Wands is great for health, because it gives you a lot of energy and drive. The only thing that I have observed with the Wands cards is they can sometimes bring inflammation, and since it is the King of Wands, I would say that this could be potential, touch wood, it could be potential for things like headaches, or maybe even skin problems with the face. So I hope that's not the case, and it's just that you've got extra bags of energy. And then when it comes to your home and environment, there's a lot more of a proactive vibe with the home this week. So I don't know whether this is that you're doing something with the home, or you're just, there's a lot going on there. It's quite busy, certainly for you and a partner. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.